ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य चक्षुरुन्मिलितं तस्मै श्रीगुरवे श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं स्वयं रूपं वन्दे श्रीगुरो वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरं श्री साद्वैतं सावधूतं कृष्णचैतन्यं श्रीराधा कृष्णादान श्री विशाखान्वितश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु गोपिका कांता कांते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी शुभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे नमामि प्रचारिणि निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणि जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा. I welcome our devotees for today's session. Today we are going to discuss the story of Bhrgu dynasty and also appearance of Cyavana Rsi and Ruru's marriage with Pramadvara. So these stories we'll be discussing. Suta Gosvami wanted to tell about Bhrgu dynasty because Saunaka Rsi also appeared in Bhrgu dynasty. Bhrgu dynasty is very famous and even Devatas, Indra and great rishis, Marutganas, all they worship. Because in the Bhrgu dynasty, whoever is appearing, they are very pious, clean, and they are full of righteous dharma. They follow the dharma. That's why even the demigods also glorifying them. In the same dynasty, Saunaka Rsi also appeared. So Suta Goswami now started telling about how this dynasty appeared. So Brahmaji, one time he went for the yajna. So Yajman was Varunadev. In that yajna, Brahmaji got as a son, Bhrigu as son, from that fire. From the fire of that yajna, there is a son appeared for Brahmaji. So like that, Bhrigu is one of the Brahmaji's sons. And that Bhrigu's son is Cyavana Rsi, Cyavana Rsi, but I don't know Cyavana story. I am not going to tell here. Okay, Cyavana Rsi, the name how he got. Actually, his name is Bhargava. Bhrigu's son name was Bhargava, but he got the name Cyavana. And Cyavana Rishi's son's name is Pramati. Pramati also very righteous person. And Pramati's son is Ruru. Okay, and Ruru's son is Sunaka. And Sunak's son is Saunaka. So like this, we see the Bhrgu dynasty. You can see after that Jamadagni Rishi and also Parasurama, he also belongs to the Bhrgu dynasty. So further, so many descendants are there. So that's why this dynasty is full of austere people, very famous, and they know all Shastras, they are well versed in the Shastras, they are knowers of the absolute truth, and they are the devotees of the Lord also. Few are very much devotees of the Lord. So that's why Suta Goswami started narrating about this dynasty. Then Saunaka Rsi, when he heard these are the descendants, then Saunaka asked. So Suta Goswami, how the Bhrigu's son Bhargava's name is changed as a Cyavana Rishi. Can you explain the story behind this? This was the question asked by Saunaka. Then Suta Goswami started saying, Bhrigu's wife's name is Puloma. So that's why it's a Pauloma Parva also we say. Main character is Puloma here. Bhrigu's wife's name is Puloma. And very much dear, she was very much dear to Bhrigu. And also she is very beautiful. And she was pregnant at that time. So because of Bhrigu's virya, she got the pregnancy. She was, pregnant lady. So then what happened? She was very much chaste and she is very much favorable to her husband. Yeah. In the previous days, in previous decades, husband is also very righteous. He was well trained in the Gurukul with all the good characters. And from the childhood, he is very much given with the culture by the parents. Then at the age of 5, they will be sent to the Gurukul. And in the Gurukul also, they are trained so nicely. And all the male, that means husbands, they are very well trained. And girls also, girls were not sent to any Gurukul. They were being trained by elderly ladies. In one street, all the girls will be coming to elderly ladies and they will be learning from them. So Vaishyas learning in the Vaishya community, Kshatriyas learning in the Kshatriya community, like that. Brahmanas learning from the Brahmana ladies. Whatever the father's caste is there, that is the caste for ladies. And they are very much trained by the elderly ladies. So that Kshatriya girl, so she will be trained in many ways how to protect herself. That means in dangers comes, then how to save the king's descendants. And also she will be trained how to escape from that critical situation, how to handle. Like that same way for the Vaishyas and also Brahmanas. So girls, that means after marriage, they will become to her husband. That means they are fully dedicated for her husband. And as per the interest of her husband, she will be behaving. Puloma is also very favorable to her husband. She never says any no. Like example, Devuti. Mother Devuti, about her also we discussed in third canto Srimad Bhagavatam. So many years, Kardam Muni was doing the austerities. And she was not at all, he was not at all giving the any opulences and no jolly trips, holly trips. Always he was in austerity, but she was without saying anything. She is fully dedicatedly following him. So that was Brahmana is meant for always to do austerities. They live in the poverty. They will be doing the swadhyaya, that means shastradhyaya. They will be doing the yajna, that means sankirtan yajna for the Kali-yuga Brahmanas. And they are always in the sadhana, fully dedicated in the sadhana. And whatever the things they get, so as a as a donation, they will be sustaining their life. And if they get excessive, they will give it. They will donate to others. And they keep themselves as poor. So like this Brahmanas, they live a austere life. Especially Brahmanas, they will become rishis also. Brahmarshi. They will be living in the forest or away from the city or the big public, big crowds and public. They will be depending on the forest. They will be eating whatever the kanda are available to us. So simple. But they are doing the sadhana to impress the Lord, to please the Lord. And also they are very much concerned about welfare of everyone in the society. The most responsible person in the society. And their wives also very simple. They will be living in the hut along with her husband. And they don't go for any sense gratification. Even if they want, they can get more than opulence than the king. Because they have Brahma Balam is more powerful than the Kshatra Balam. Kshatriyas having the power on the muscles, but Brahmanas are having the Taposhakti. Just by one curse, they can destroy the entire kingdom also. That much power they have. But they never exhibit. They don't use this kind of powers which they gain through the austerities to their sense gratification. Not like the present day people. Present day people, they do austere and earn some money and they do sense gratification. Previously, Brahmanas are not like that. So they are very advanced in spiritual values. So then what happened? So Puloma, holding the pregnancy. So one day, Bhrgu went for bathing. So he went out from that ashram, small hut. So at that time, she was alone in that ashram. And previously, these Brahmanas are nitya agnihotris. Nitya agnihotri means after marriage, they will be given with the fire until the death, till their antyeshti kriya, means funeral ceremony. They will mix their agni. That means this After marriage, they will be starting their Yajna karma. Every day they do. And that fire is not at all lit off, put off. That fire is not put off or extinguished. So it's in every day they do sacrifice. So sometimes if Brahmana they go for sake of anustan to outside to their house, then Brahmani will be doing that in the special cases. And that's why they are also very powerful Brahmanis. Or otherwise, his disciples were doing, continuing that. We see these are all things in the Dharma Shastras. When they can do and what special cases, special conditions. So there is a nitya agnihotra. Agni also is there. That keep on fire is burning. Next day also they continue. Next day also they continue. Till the death they continue. That's the meaning of nitya agnihotra. Previously, few centuries before, it was there, but now nitya agnihotri brahmanas are not there anymore. Maybe very few. So Puloma went, sorry. Bhrgu went outside. So that one demon came there when she was alone. And that demon's name also Puloma. And he saw, it's a beautiful woman is there. So after seeing her, Bhrgu's wife, she was very chaste and she was pure. Immediately this Rakshas, this demon, got the Kamadev Vasibhut. That means he captured by Kamadev. He got his lust is waken up. And he lost his intelligence. He is seeing she is someone's wife. Because in previous days, there is easy to identify married women and unmarried women. Because married women wearing what is that is? Kunkuma, okay, what is this? They say something in Hindi. Sindhu, what? They will be wearing. So Sindhu, there's kumkum here. And also they will be wearing the Hindi, not the sticker, but they will be wearing the kumkum. And also they will be wearing to the feet rings. And she will be wearing some jewelry as per her capacity. And having the bangles. And it's very easy to identify a married woman and unmarried girl. Now, even married women, they are working in the corporates, they are cutting their hair. Women never cut the hair. And they are making the craft like gents. They are wearing the shirt. They are wearing the jeans. And sometimes if you see from backside is a male or female, you cannot understand. It's very difficult to identify. First of all, identifying whether married or unmarried is another thing. But identifying whether she is a male or female itself is becoming difficult nowadays. Because after seeing the married woman, immediately everyone feel as a mother. So she is belong to Matrivat Paradhareshu. Chanakya says. Other's wife is like a mother. So that means immediately, oh, she is already belongs to someone. So that means we should not marry her, we should not try for her. That's the indication actually. Like sadhus, they'll be wearing the saffron dress. That means they are already renounced. Saffron means now there is no vacancy, no marriage. After wearing the saffron, no marriage. Similarly, married woman belongs to someone, then there is no proposal for her. So that's a social custom. It's very important. It is having a lot of significance. So it was like that. It's easy to identify she is married or not married. This Rakshasa is seeing she is married, and also on the top of she is pregnant. So pregnant woman is equal to what? Is equal to a woman in the devata. It's like a devata in a temple. That means pregnant woman has to be respected even very highly. They have special concessions also. In the case of vratas and also many things. Woman itself, she has to be taken care. On top of that, pregnant woman has to be specially taken care. And one should not at all feel any kind of lusty. Even her husband, once it's confirmed that she is holding the baby, even after the first month, she will be knowing. If dates are not coming, we can understand that now she is holding baby. So then after that also, her husband also should not approach with the lusty desires. It's a very wrong actually. Nowadays they do, so they sexual intercourse even at the month of 5th month, 6th month, 7th month also. And because of this, there is effect on the baby. And there is because mother is becoming she is also excited by the sex desires because of her husband. And that is going to give very scrap as output. Scrap is coming as output. And that scrap children, we cannot handle in the society. It's best to put in the dustbin. So because of this, there is a big problem actually. And they will create the completely nonsense in the society. Chaos and nonsense. So people are not able to understand, and doctors also encouraging this kind of things. And also, woman is not trained as how a married woman should look and how an unmarried girl should look and how they should dress. There was a system, there was a culture. So this Rakshas Puloma became lusty by seeing, and he lost his intelligence. Once one becomes the lusty, then immediately next thing is intelligence will be lost. Yayito pumsan vishesto, yayito vishyan pumsasti, sangasto shopajayate, sanga sanjayate, kama krodo vijayate, kroda samoha, suti pranasha, buddhinasha. Buddhinasha pranashyati. Buddhinash, this lusty Rakshas Puloma, by seeing the Puloma, became lusty and lost his intelligence. And she thought, because she was having a lot of values, and she thought this Rakshasa as Atiti. And she invited him into the asrama. She is serving him with all the kinds of flowers and all the kinds of because in the forest they get the fresh flowers and fresh. So kandamul, I don't know Kandamol means what is saying. Gods. So he came inside and he became very much agitated with the lust desires. And he is thinking. And he wants to steal her. He wants to kidnap her. So in the mind itself, he is full of happy. So now her husband is not there, and in the mind he is thinking that is a good chance. And she was very beautiful and very clean, and also she's face is very much smiley face. And at the time he remembered this Puloma Raksasa. Oh, actually, this girl was that girl whom I selected. I approached when her marriage was not happened. He was remembering like that by seeing her properly. Oh, he went into the flashback. Oh, this girl is that girl only whom I want to marry. But her father, even he approached her father to marry this girl, but her father didn't give to him. And he gave that girl to Bhrgu. And as per Shastra, he made marriage, her girl's marriage with Bhrgu. So marriage is an important ceremony. Marriage is not for the satisfying the lust desires. Most of the people, they get the materially attraction towards each other. They want to enjoy one wants to enjoy other senses, and they make a plan to get for marriage. And once that enjoyment is over, now go for the divorce. Then after that, find another one, and also have one more marriage. And with the first marriage, son may be there, along with small boy. She will be marrying with another man, and he is marrying with another woman, with another small baby. He is also going with another. And after that, they have some agreement for few years, and they have the new children, along with the new children and old children, and she is going with another. And they don't know with whom they got those children. And it's full of chaos actually. This is happening in the present day society. It is widely spreading in India also. It's like a forest fire. India is following the Western culture and is learning so much very fastly and rapidly and quickly. But marriage is not meant for that. Marriage is not a license for sense gratification. Srila Prabhupada says, marriage is a samskara actually. It's a purification process. Out of 16 samskaras, Vivaha samskara is also one. And the main purpose of marriage is to do the dharma, to do the bhakti. That woman is helping that man to worship the Lord. That is the purpose he has to marry. So to continue his duties towards the Supreme Lord and also towards the Devatas, towards the Rishis, towards the society, to fulfill all his duties, he is taking the help from another person, woman, and she is fully assisting him in all his righteous duties. That's why she is known as Dharma Patni. So, woman after marriage, she is known as Dharma Patni because she is participating in all dharmic activities and also all devotional activities. Like he wants to worship the Lord, he wants the preparations, and she will prepare and he will offer that to them. That is the purpose of. That's why they will be purified by the Vivaha Samskara. Their life is regulated. They are in the regulation. They are not like animals. Humans are not like animals. They cannot go with any animal for sense gratification to fulfill their lusty desires. No. That is least significance actually. Only lusty desire is needed to just to have some impulse, that is just an impulse. So, lust is not meant for that means desire, that means attraction between the male and female. That is not meant for the enjoyment, that is meant for the producing the children. Lord created the attraction between the male and female. What is the use of that attraction? So that they can come together. Because of the attraction between male and female, they can come together and they can produce a child. And production of the child mainly is for the purpose of what? Continuing the dharma and continuing the bhakti. This was the main purpose. So that's why with the values, with the purpose. So if you see the Vivaha Samskara, the mantras also, that's a mantra vidhi. Here it is said in this sloka, what it is said? Shastra vidhi. Tam tu prama pradhat pita paschat Bhrugave Sastravattara. As per Shastra, he made marriage of each. Like in the case of Bhrgu Muni also, as per Shastra, there was marriage between the Bhrgu Muni and Devud. So that was the purpose. There should be a marriage as per the Shastra actually. Even Gopal Gosvami, how to perform Vivaha Samskara for the Vaishnavas. He has explained in Satkri Saradipika. You can see in Satkri Saradipika. So Vaishnavas, how they should go for marriage. Vaishnava Samskaras, how should be performed. In Dayavarnashram Dharma, Dayavarnashram means Samskaras. Varnashrama is fully based upon Samskaras. And how these Samskaras has to be performed is being explained by our Vaishnava Acharya, Srila Gopal Goswami in Satkri Saradipika. So that's why as per the given instructions in the Satkri Saradipika, Vaishnavas, they can go for marriage. And that's a purificatory process that will be purifying our consciousness. And that is assigning the duties. And that is regulating the sense gratification. And that is uplifting the consciousness. That's why Vivaha is not just male and female just coming together and on the papers they are putting sign and yes, today onwards we are husband and wife, agreement is done. This is not at all correct, actually. It's a bogus. If it is not at all a marriage, nowadays the people are just so in the government house is approving. That's the marriage bureaus, marriage registration of the marriage. Registration of the marriage is not a Vedic process. So Uttama Brahmana has to chant the mantras. Or otherwise, in the case of Vaishnavas, Vaishnava has to chant the mantras as per the Shastra and make them promise to stay together and finally make them to understand their duties as a husband and wife and how they should lead their family life. And what is the purpose of marriage has to be trained to the young boys and girls. If you don't train, if you don't teach to your young girls and boys, your young sons and girls, and they will be misguided. And also they will not understand from the day one the significance of the marriage. They think that the marriage is meant for just for the sense gratification, just for the enjoyment. Oh, I am not getting enjoyment from him or from her, so I will leave her. And then after that they apply for the divorces. This is happening. Marriage is a responsibility, is not meant for the sense gratification, is purely a duty-based relationship. Many people think that what is this duty? Duty is duty. Nowadays you can see many movies also. All the time they are following their duties and there is no enjoyment. There is no happiness. We should look and strive for the happiness. So this is the new propaganda which is given by the movie makers, movie directors. Is completely spoiling the minds of the people. In this material world, everything is a duty, is a dharma. Dharma is not meant for the sense gratification. Dharma is meant for liberation and for performing the bhakti and uplifting the consciousness. Dharma artha kama moksha. By doing the dharma, you may get sense gratification, but sense gratification is not the major goal. Actually, it's a side product actually. So that's why in the society we have to understand. So boys and girls especially, they should understand the purpose of family life, the purpose of marriage clearly. Then only they can become responsible parents and they can produce a proper progeny, and then proper children will be coming to the society. Then our gurukuls will become very nice. They will be so much obedient students, and our life will become very easy as a teachers. Otherwise, our life will become a hell. And we are struggling with the boys who are not properly produced. And we are just losing the energy, and our throats are choking up by shouting. Even we are not able to correct them. I'm struggling like anything. I am saying my own experience. So many times in 45 minutes of class, 11 years, 12 years, 13 years old boys. And it's becoming so difficult to regulate. I was not so naughty like that when I was in the 11, 12 years. I remember myself. We are very humbly sitting like this in front of a teacher. And whatever teacher says, we used to hear. And if teacher speaks something, I used to get the... And so much fear actually. Teacher is like a Bhagavan. Because my parents, they taught me like that. Your teachers, you should respect them like anything. Even at the age of 30, I used to go to some Brahmanas who are teaching in Shastra in Benares. Same habit actually. Age is increased, body is increased, but consciousness is same towards the teacher. You always sit like this only. So they used to give so much respect. You work for the corporate companies and you educated in the masters, this and that. You are very well qualified. No, we used to sit. They used to sit on the table, the chair, and on their bed, and we used to sit on the floor at their feet, just like this. And we never, even in mind also, we don't think that to tease the teacher. I never think teasing teacher. But now these 12 years old boys, they always tease teacher. They play jokes with teacher. They make fun of the teacher. They make fun among themselves about the teacher fun. I'm seeing literally actually. What is the problem? There is no problem in the children. There is only problem in the parents. Because from the age of 0 to 5, these children, before coming to the Gurukul, parents are very much responsible to train properly actually. Send them very nicely. That means training them nice culture. Teacher is like a Bhagavan. Your Guru is like your Bhagavan. You have to respect and you never play jokes and you should never give the counter arguments to him. You should be very humble towards him. You should be always hear what he is saying. My mother used to say to me, you have to always hear what your teacher says. And my mother, you can see my mother, because in the elementary schools, teachers comes, they are not spiritual teachers even. That's the culture actually. They were given so respect. Parents, they used to give so respect to the teachers in the villages. And by seeing that, we also used to follow. My mother and my father are standing in front of teacher like this. And we also follow the same thing. Oh my God, my mother and father also is standing in front of teacher with a humble mood. And we also should sit like that. And this is the culture actually. If they don't train, then there is so many consequences. Even teachers are also very qualified previously. Nowadays, teachers, they are doing the child abuse. And it's a very, very unfortunate thing in the society. They are abusing the child. They are releasing their frustration on the children actually. Innocent children. And they has to be taken care. Till the age of 5, with the love and care, they has to be taken care. And from the 6 to 10, 15 years, they has to be given with the mild punishment. Mild punishment has started. It means mild punishment. Not the severe punishment. Not beating like animals. One should not beat children like animals, and their complete consciousness will go down. And definitely they will become unmadi in the future. That means very dangerous person in the society. And they will be getting the psychological imbalance actually in future. That whatever the impressions are there in the childhood, they will become very demonic actually. Otherwise, they will become very low, they feel in their society, and they will be keeping themselves as secluded, and they cannot mingle with the people, and they cannot achieve anything. So that's why teaching children is also very art. It is a combined system. Every corner is properly working, every role is properly playing, then only the drama will be successful. Similarly, parents also has to be properly educated. They has to know what they should teach the children, what is their responsibility towards the teacher. Similarly, teachers also towards the student, towards their child. And similarly, teachers also, they should know how to behave as a teacher. Then only Gurukuls will be successful. And parents also has to be trained what is the value of the marriage life. Parents has to be taught what is the purpose of life. Purpose of life is not the sense gratification. How they should behave with their children in the house. What kind of things they should discuss in front of the children. They should know that actually. What kind of neighbors they have. What kind of their grandfather and grandmothers they have. What is their history. How they behave. How they lead their life. Everything is going to make the consciousness of children actually. If all these are all proper, then the children will be proper. Any something lacking, then there is a problem. So it's a great responsibility of the society. And you cannot simply say, oh, this teacher abused the child. And it's not the one side you should not see. There are so many problems. Definitely teachers also, they should be very properly trained. They are like robots actually. They are expecting the students, they are not patient towards the students. They don't know how to handle the students. And they are beating or they are doing the sex. It's a very, very horrible thing actually. It's a very, very bad thing, which is very demonic actually, doing the child abuse. Very nasty and very fallen thing that is. And we cannot think also actually. That means whoever is coming from the proper background, we don't know actually in the society this kind of problem also was there. When we heard these things and we are surprised, my God, this is also a problem of the society. And because we cannot think child abuse can be done. We don't see in our childhood nobody did anything. Everyone is caring in the village. Everyone is feeding and giving. And nicely they are so encouraging whenever you see in any activity. That's why there is a lot to learn from the Mahabharata. There is a lot to learn from our Shastras. And that's why Srila Prabhupada said that now this Daiva Varnashram Dharma has to be taught. So then after that, this lusty Puloma, he thinking in his mind, oh, this girl was that girl whom I thought to get married, and I approached her father, but her father gave to Bhrgu. Actually, Bhrgu has cheated me. He didn't give her to me. Now I got an opportunity. So then, while he was thinking like that, he saw in that house there is a nitya agnihotra. That means the Agnidev is keep on burning. Then he went to that Agnidev's So he near to that, Agnidev. And he asked that Agnidev, my dear Agnidev, so I am asking you, please tell me, this Puloma belongs to whom? She is whose wife? She is my wife or she is the Bhrgu's wife? Tell me. That means he is not able to confirm that girl only or not, whom he wants to marry. So is that girl only? So whom I have chosen to marry. That means I have chosen means she's becoming my wife. That's a Raksasa. Demonic mentality. Demons, whatever they see, they think that now I am deciding it's mine only. So he decided himself as he got married with her and he's thinking that now if that girl only, then definitely she's my wife only. That's demons. Demons. Any beautiful thing is there, any precious thing is there, any valuable thing is there. They immediately snatch it and they keep with themselves. The beautiful nature, these demons snatching the beauty of the nature and they are making their own sense enjoyable. Like the Hiranyakashipu. And further he said to that Agnidev, Agnidev, you are the mouth of the Devatas. Because Devatas, whatever you want before that, whatever you want, you eat through the mouth only. Similarly, all the Devatas, they eat through the Agnidev. Because whatever you want to give to the Devatas, you should put in the fire. In the yajna, in the fire, if you put, that is reaching to the Agnidev. Sorry, that is reaching to the Devatas. And also Pitru Devatas. If you do some Kravya yajnas, then it is reaching to the Pitru Devatas. Then Havya, then it will be reaching to the Devatas. So he's saying, you are the mouth of the Devatas and you have to tell the truth. So is this girl whom I have chosen to get married, that girl only or not? So if that girl only, then she is my wife. But actually, I already decided to marry, but his father spoke lie with me and he gave this girl to Bhrigu. If that girl only, then he cheated me. So now I am getting the opportunity. She is alone now. Her husband anyway is not there. Now I can take back my thing with me because it belongs to me. See his nature. So they are nowadays you can see in the society also people are like that. So for example, they will be encroaching your land and after some time they say it's my land. Like we are seeing now the demons so many. When you are not there, like the wife, like earth, moon, land, these are all like very precious things one should protect. If you just get married is not sufficient. You should know how to protect woman, your wife. You are married and you are not able to protect, you are a useless person. Even a weak person, he has to protect his wife by putting all his efforts in the life and death situation, putting all his life, and he has to save her, his wife. So similarly, if you have purchased the land, you have to protect that land. Otherwise, others will be encroaching. Demons are there everywhere. And initially, they will be started using that, and then after that, they claim this is mine own. Similarly, this demon also saying, I just desired her. Anyway, her father cheated me, so she belongs to me. Now, I got opportunity to take her. I'll kidnap her. You tell me, is that girl is safe or not? And I am feeling so pain because of her father. And such a beautiful girl he didn't give to me. And she is already my wife. And he gave to others. Because I already desired her to marry. That means she is my wife. And Bhrigu got married with her with injustice. Anyay. Anyay क्या बोलते हैं? Anyay illegal. Injustice. Anyay. Like that Rakshas was saying to Agnidev. Then and also he glorified Agnidev. So by saying you are the living in every living entities. Yes, Agni is there in our body. Jatar Agni. Because of that Agni only we are able to digest the food. And he is everywhere. So that's why we are living. So he's saying, so you are everywhere and you know everything. So please tell me. So like that, he's asking Agnidev of that agnihotra. So then Agnidev started saying, O Rakshas, O demon, there is no doubt she is that girl only whom you desire to get married. And she is the same. And but her father didn't give to you. That's true. But he made, as per the scriptures, marriage with Bhrigu. Her marriage is done with the Bhrigu. So that means she is now Bhrigu's wife. Agnidev spoke as it is. But her father didn't give to you because he felt that Bhrigu is far superior than you. Of course, you expressed desire to get married with her. But her father is ancient systems. Actually, there are many types of marriages, 7 types of marriages. So Brahmana, Rakshasa, Paisachika, and like this Gandharva, like that many marriages are there, Deva. So in Brahmana marriage, there is no sense gratification, there is no purpose of sense gratification. To continue their duties, they are going for the marriage life. Grihastha Ashram Dharma. Too. So that's why girls and boys, there is no, that means initially loving this and that. Before marriage, 3 years, 4 years, they will be going for the parks, picnics, movies, eating, sleeping, mating, all they will do. And then finally they go for marriage. So everything is okay. This kind of thing was not at all there. Nowadays it's coming, this culture actually. Before marriage, they are can give the trials actually. Like before purchasing new thing, you'll be doing a trial. So like that, this culture was not at all there. Huh? Living relations. Yeah, living relations. I don't know, living relations or further also is there something. I don't remember, I don't know. Also. That's not at all good culture actually. Devotees may say, I don't know. We'll live at least 1 year together to do bhakti nicely or not. If our bhakti goes on properly, then we go for marriage. Otherwise, we'll leave each other. Because we want to do Siddha Bhakti, she is cooperative for that or not. I have to test for the 1 year. And similarly he also. Because Shruti Smriti Pancharatra Vidim Vina. Purana Pancharatra Vidim Vina. Hare Raikantik Bhaktir Utpata Eva Kalpite. If there is no dharma, if you don't teach dharma, in future, on the name of bhakti, they can go to any extent. How can you say they don't think like this? After 20, 30, 40 years, they may say, think like this also. They say, we want to do pure devotion, you know. For that, I want a partner. And for that, I have to test now. Whether she's her nature and my nature is mingling or not, and we can do the proper devotion or not. So let me stay together for 1 year. How can you say they will not say like this? If you don't teach dharma, they can go to any extent. There is no difference. That's why Prabhupada says one sannyasi with 5 women. Now, do you think becoming Vaishnava is so easy? That's a teach Varnashram Dharma for them. Becoming Vaishnava is so easy. Anyway, chanting should keep on going. But Dharma also has to be taught. So that's why our society also has to understand this problem very seriously. And they have to teach Dharma now. Otherwise, it will become a Sahajya. Sahajyas are like that only actually. They say everything they are doing for the bhakti. And it is completely sense gratification. So that's why it's very important for us understanding the dharma and values. So then after that, Danav, Agnidev is saying, you are not a qualified husband for her. That's why our father decided that not to give to you. Because father is doing the donation actually, Kanyadan. By doing the Kanyadan, that father is going to get a lot of Sukruti material, that means Dharmakarya, that is. Daksha had 60 girls. And he is that's why he is known as, that means after giving the 60 girls, 27 girls, he gave to the Chandra. And he gave the one girl to the one Prajapati. And girls, producing girls is very important. Like how producing the boys. Because if you produce girls, means if you give birth to girls, and those will be helpful to expand the others' dynasty and dharma. Very important actually, giving birth to a girl. And by doing the Kanyadan, you'll be getting a lot of Sukruti. So Daksha, that means whoever is producing the many number of girls and is giving to many sages, and they are all able to produce their dynasties and they are all flourish. So that's why Daksha is known as Daksha, means he is a very potent person. He is a potential person. Yeah, Daksha is expert, he is a powerful. If you produce a child, he will be male child, then he will be with you only. But if you produce a girl, and then he will be expanding it. So that's why girls are very important. So then after that, Guru got married with her, and he is Bharyam Rshi Bhrgu Prapamam Puraskritya Danava. And I was the witness in front of me. Agnidev is saying to that Puloma Raksasa, in front of me and keeping me as Sakshi, Agni Sakshi. In the marriages, we keep the fire. And fire is a witness. Is a witness for this marriage. And this Agni is saying, I'm the witness actually for their marriage. I saw. As per the scriptures, Bhrigu married that Puloma. And she is not belongs to you. And she is that one only, but whom you are desiring to get married. And I cannot lie on this. So because Agnidev doesn't want to lie. He could have said, she is not that one whom you are desiring. But he didn't say. He thought that whatever may happen, let it be happen. Because if you say lie, this Danava, if you come to know is a liar, then he is also problematic for the Agnidev. And if you say truth, then that Puloma's husband Bhrgu will come and he may curse. But anyway, he finally. So if you say lie also is a problem, if you say truth also he has a problem. Then he said truth only. But if there is a chance that if you lie, there is a safe that means safety of someone's life, then you can lie. Sukracharya says in certain cases you can lie. When there is a life threat for someone, then you can lie. But here, life threat is there to the Puloma. And also there is, if you lie also there is a problem. This Danava is going to give punishment to Agni. You'll definitely come to know if he will inquire other one. So that's why he spoke the truth only. So after hearing this Agni's words, now this Puloma Raksasa, immediately, swiftly, he just grabbed her. And he became a pig first of all. He took the form of a pig. And just, he, with the swift of the air and mind, just kidnapped her and took her. And she became just very much fearful because of this kidnap. And she was already pregnant. And the baby in her stomach, he became so anger. And because he's a Bhrigu's son, very powerful baby. And he understood my mother is being kidnapped by some demon. And by his yogic strength, he came out. He fell down from the stomach of his mother. So then also, she also just is from the Puloma, she skipped out. She also fell on the ground. And immediately, so by the strength of this baby, this Puloma was burnt out. Rakshas Puloma. Since that baby fell from the mother's womb, that's why his name is, falling means falling in Chuta ho jana. So that's why his name is Cyavana. The one who fell from the womb of mother is known as Cyavana. जो च्युत हो गया उसी का नाम है च्यवन है. च्यवनप्राश जो गिर गया. The one who fell from mother womb is known as Cyavana. So after falling, he was like effulgent like sun, and by his strength he just destroyed that Rakshas. And gradually she came into the consciousness. After giving the baby, generally women will become unconscious because so heavy pain actually they will be getting. It's like a second birth for her. Giving a birth to a child which is not ordinary. That's why mothers are very important. They did so much sacrifice for every baby to get birth. Every baby, one baby means one life. One new life she's getting. So, like that, she came back to her consciousness. She immediately took that baby and she went directly to Brahmaji. She came from unconsciousness to the consciousness and she took that baby and went to Brahmaji. Brahmaji is Mama, Sasur. Bhrigu's father is Brahmaji. He went there actually. And she explained everything. And she was crying. So whatever thing happened, she told everything to her, to Brahmaji. And Brahma gave the relief for her by his consoling words. And because of her tears, there was a river. Because of her tears, so much, that means when she is crying and she came to the Brahmaji, and because of her tears, there was a river formed actually. That river flows till to the Cyavana Rishi's ashram. Now, so the name of that river is, what is that name? Vadusara. Vadusara. Vadu means the sister, daughter. Sara means the one who follows. She followed her daughter-in-law's path because these tears are coming and following whom? Puloma. Puloma is what? His daughter-in-law. And that river is known as known. The one who follows the daughter-in-law is known as Vadhu Sara. Vadhu means daughter-in-law. Sara means following. Follower. So then, like this, you can see the appearance of the Cyavana Rishi and powerful Cyavana Rishi. When he was in the womb of her mother, he protected her, his mother. That is the power. Such a souls has to come now and protect this Kali Yuga actually. And then after that, Bhrigu received her, and also the mother and my wife and child. So he received both nicely. And then with the sweetly, he asked how that Puloma Raksasa was able to know that who are you? Who told to him? So he asked to her, his wife. So who introduced you that you are the one whom that Puloma Raksasa desired to marry? Then he is very much angry actually. Bhrigu was angry. And I want to give curse to him. Like that here. And he did offense towards me. Like that he was thinking. Then Puloma started replying that actually our Agnihotra Agnidev gave my introduction to that Puloma Rakshas. But I am saved by your son's effulgence. And your son's effulgence burned that Rakshas. And he was completely burned. So then Bhrigu got so much anger on Agnidev, and he gave a curse that Agnidev today onwards will become Sarvabhakshi. Sarvabhakshi means you are going to eat all nonsense, everything. Good thing, bad thing, everything. Sarvabhakshi. Today onwards you will be Sarvabhakshi. Before that, Agnidev was only eating hamish. That means all the ghee and the krodash. That means various ingredients which are offered in the yajna. Those only he was eating. His mouth is entry door for every devata. Every devata is getting their avish through the Agnidev. That's why Agnidev is the mouth of the devatas. Being the mouth of the devatas, how he can eat the nonsense? He was not at all eating. He was eating only pure things at that time. But when this Bhrigu gave the curse to the Agnidev, today onwards he will become Sarvabhakshi. That means you are going to eat everything, all the nonsense. Even on the road, some garbage will be falling, and that also you'll eat. That means people are gathering and putting the fire to that. And that's how you'll become the Sarvabhakshi. Then after hearing this curse, Agnidev became very much lamenting. So then Agnidev said that what kind of mistake I did? I am always impartial. I am not at all lying. Actually, I didn't lie. And that demon asked, and I just replied. What kind of offense I did? So I was witness for your marriage, and I just repeated that. Actually, sometimes even if you say the truth, that is going to threat for the others. Then in that case, if there is a life threat for others, then you can lie. Actually, that's not a wrong. That's Sukracharya gives, because Sukracharya is one of the best person among the Dharma Shastras. But in this case, actually here, there is a life threat for the Agnidev also because of the Dana, Rakshas. So that's why anyway, he spoke the truth and he was questioning. And I didn't lie and I didn't do any mistake. Why you are giving curse to me? And he was also saying, if I don't say the truth and if I say the lie, if I lie, then that is going to take my 7 PDs. That means 7 generations will be destroyed. So that means lying is, many people they think that anyway, a lie is not a big problem. Nowadays, actually, people they lie for even a small petty things also. Because we are fully contaminated actually. Heart is so much contaminated, one doesn't know what is the implications in lying actually. And small petty things also. They keep on lying. And this is the symptom of the Kali. But here Agnidev is saying, if someone lie, their 7 generations will be falling from the higher planets to the lower planets. They'll fall in the hell. So that's why in the Vedic society, you don't see people are lying. They never lie. That is the culture actually. They always speak the truth. While they speak the truth, you may get the pain. Bearing the pain is more beneficial than, like if you say, so that means you have to go come by 10 o'clock, but you are not able to reach, but you will say that I reached, but you are going to reach after 2 hours. So you want to make them temporarily happy, but you are lying, and that is having implications actually. So like this, for small things also they lie actually. It's not that for big things you can lie, but lie one should not do. But by lying actually, he may get this some immediate, some temporary enjoyment, but there is that means account is increased and there will be a big punishment is made ready for him. That's why one should not lie. Agnidev is saying that one should not lie. And especially, from the childhood, parents has to teach. You should not lie. By lying, immediately you may get this some pleasure, but that is not good. So you may get this sometimes by speaking the truth, may get little pain, but that has to be tolerated actually. And speak the truth. But when they speak the truth all the time, what will happen? So they will be getting the vaaksuddhi. That means whatever they speak, that will become the truth. That is known as vaaksuddhi. Previously also, like chaste women and very dharmic people, whatever they say, that used to become truth. We used to. So that means most of the times. So sadhu purushas, that means saintly people. So whatever they speak, that will become truth. Like our acharyas, whatever they speak, that will become true. Because they never lie. And that's why their words also will not become lie. In future, about future also, whatever they speak, that will become true. And they are fully controlled. But if we speak something for future, nothing is going to happen. Nothing is going to be happen. So after knowing the truth also, if I don't speak, if I keep quiet, in that case also I will be getting the sin. So sometimes there is a situation, you know the truth, but you are not speaking. That is needed and you are not speaking. And you are keeping silent. That is also cause for the incurring sin. That is also sinful activity. You may say that I will be silent. Because you are being the silent, that is also causing the damage. And you have to speak, but you didn't speak, you became silent. They also incur this sin. There is no doubt in this. And Agnidev further said that, Bhrgu, I can also give a curse to you. Like in the yesterday's class, we have seen. Paulsha and also Uttanka, both together they gave curse. In Kali Yuga, there are no curses. Because there is no power. Even if they curse, nothing is going to happen. Powerless. Because of the sinful nature. But some sadhu purushas now also there, some saintly people now also there, devotees are there. If they speak, then that will become true. If they curse, then we will be suffering. But devotees, they don't curse. They are always compassionate. So Agnidev is saying, I can also give a curse to you. But he's saying, you are Brahmana and I respect Brahmanas. So Brahmanas, they are very soft in their heart, but their words are like a sharp knife. So Brahmanas, so this Brahmana Bhrigu gave curse. But Agnidev is saying, you are Brahmana and I respect you. So that is the greatness. Even someone gave the curse, but Agnidev is respecting Brahmanas. Brahmanas are always respectful actually. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmanya Hitaya Cha Jagat Hitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namo. My dear Brahmana, you know everything. But still I am saying something. And just please hear this. So, Brahmana, you see, you told me to become Sarvabhakshi. You know about me, I am the mouth of the Devatas. They eat, whatever they eat, through me only they eat. And if I became Sarvabhakshi, what do you think? That means if I eat all the garbage, then that is also going to the Devatas. then how they feel actually in your mouth? If you put the stool, then what will be happen? You'll be happy. It's not happy. So that's why. And my dear Brahmana, you are very learned person. What kind of curse you gave to me? And I am the mouth of all the devatas and also all the Pitru devatas. Pitru Loka is the part of the Swarga. Some small corner is known as Pitru Loka. That means they are also almost like devatas. That's the Pitru devatas who say. For the devatas, we offer the havyam, and for the Pitru devatas, we offer kravyam. Havyam kavyam. Brahmanas are always, they should be in the control of their senses and they should know the future of the society. And they should know the consequences of their statement. Like Sringi gave the curse to the Parikshit. And prematurely to a king, he gave the curse and then his father scolded him. What a mistake you did. He is the king, he is the protector of the entire kingdom. All the people are protected by him, and if he is cursed and he is going to die, then who are going to be protected? And at least we should do something for this. Sringi, you did a great mistake. So Brahmana said to him, that son. Then the son said that I cannot take back my curse. It's impossible to do. I don't have such a power. Take back. But at least do some favor. I will inform to him that he is going to be dying 7 days. Similarly, this Brahmana Bhrigu also gave the curse to the Agnidev, and which is really a lot of improper actually. Darsha and Paurnamas. Dasha Paurnamas. Darsha Yajna, Paurnamas Yajna, these are the different yajnas which are being offered to the Devatas and Pitru Devatas. And all these Devatas, whatever is offered, that is offered in the fire and that is reaching to the Devatas and Pitru Devatas. That means fire is the mouth of Devatas and Pitru Devatas. And now this fire is becoming the Sarva Bhakshi, then what is going to happen? So, because whatever is offered in me, that is eaten by Devatas and Pitru Devatas, and someone is offered. That means if I am going to eat all the nonsense, then that is also eaten by Devatas and Pitru Devatas, and what will happen? The whole system, whole this Yajna system is collapsed now. So generally for the Devatas, one do the Yajna on the Paurnami days, and for the Pitru Devatas, Yajnas are done on the Amavasya. Of course, for the pure devotees, you are all pure devotees, you don't need all this. But just I am saying it. Are all aspirants of pure devotees. They don't need to do any Yajna for the Devatas or Pitru Devatas. We should do everything for the Krishna. So then Agnidev is lamenting like this. Then Agnidev thought very deeply and he withdrew himself from the nitya agnihotra. That means in all the houses nitya agnihotra is there. From there now Agnidev disappeared. From Agnikundas, Agnidev disappeared. From all the havankundas, Agnidev disappeared. All in the samskara yajnas, also he disappeared. He withdrew from everywhere. So without any Agnideva, then Omkara, Vashatkara, Shatkara, nothing. Indraya Swaha, Chandraya Swaha, Swaha is over. Where is Agnidev to give swaha. Then all the Brahmanas, Maharshis and everyone, all the Devatas, halchal mach gaya. That means all are thinking, what is happening now? Where is this Agnidev? And they are all feeling hungry. Brahmanas are not able to do yajna. Maharshis are also not able to do yajna. And Devatas are all completely in hungry. Because of his disappearance, there was no agnihotra at all. Then all these Brahmanas are thinking, Kim Kartavyam? What should be done? Yat karyam na syat kalatyayo yatha. All the three planetary systems are shaken now. You should understand the importance of the Agni. It is also Lord's Vibhuti. All the Vibhutis also has to be respected actually. You see in the Bhakti Sandarbha, all the demigods has to be respected. And they are all the potencies of the Lord. And if you see these all the devatas, and you should see them as the different potencies of the Lord. And Agnidevata is very important. If Agnidevata withdrew from his service, then what will happen? No food, no cooking food. In your pet, also from your stomach, Agnidev, Jamadagni disappeared. No digestion. You can imagine actually what is the importance of the fire. Mahabharata is teaching the science also for you. It is teaching a lot of science and education for all of us. So for the small children also, they will understand now the importance of the fire. If it is disappeared from its work, its service, what is going to happen? So like this, all the demigods, all the devatas, all the maharshis and all the brahmanas, they are all lamenting where this Agnidev went. From all his responsibilities, he did the strike actually. Agnidev did the strike. Then after that, they went to all the devatas. They went to the Brahmaji actually. They have problem. Without any delay, immediately they went to the Brahmaji. And they said to Brahmaji, so hey Brahma, this Agnidev was cursed by your son Bhrgu. And your son said that he will become Sarvabhakshi. And Agnidev was not at all happy for this. And that's why he withdrew everything. And he left his place from his services. And without him, we are all hungry. And he is the first person to eat. And then after that, we also eat. He takes all the ahutis. And also, you also say, he is the person who takes the first agrabhag. That means initial, and he is the mouth of all of us. And if he becomes Sarvabhakshi, then how we can survive? That means we are all fed with all the nonsense. So this is not at all correct actually. That means cursing Agnidev as Sarvabhakshi. Like this, all these devatas and rishis, they appeal to Brahmaji. And he is your son and you are the generator of everyone actually. Then Brahmaji called Agnidev, and with the sweet words he started speaking. And he is now pampering. Brahmaji is saying, Dear Agni, and you are the very important person in this whole creation. And he is glorifying like how one glorified Vishnu. You are the creator. You are the maintainer. And you are the destroyer. You are everything. Because if you want to get work from someone, then you have to pamper. But you should pamper in a truth. Whatever good qualities they have, they should say. Brahmaji is saying all the good qualities of Agnidev. He is also small, limited Srashta. He is a creator, he is a maintainer, he is a destroyer. Even one father is also creator, maintainer, and destroyer. Destroyer, how you can understand. So, how you can be out of your service? You are so nice. And you are always pure in this whole creation. And you are the cause for the survival of this creation. So how you can be out of your service? And then Brahmaji said that, my dear Agnidev, by your entire body you cannot be Sarvabhakshi. Only some portion of your body will become Sarvabhakshi, not the entire body. And in your body, whatever the lower portion, Apana Desha, that means lower portion, that will become Sarvabhakshi. But the upper portion will not be Sarvabhakshi. And also, you will be having the different forms. The Agni, which is burning the bodies, the dead bodies, are the flesh and so and so. That Agni form is different from your form. That's your different form. That's why while burning the dead bodies, the Agni comes, that is different Agni. And the Agni which is there in the havankunda, that is different Agni. And the Agni which is coming from the LPG gas, that is a different Agni. The Agni comes when you burn the tires, that is a different Agni. The Agni comes when you burn the cow dung cakes, that's a different Agni. The Agni is having the various forms. When you burn the bamboos, the Agni comes, is a different Agni. So that's why you have to cook the food which is offered to the Krishna by the Agni which is coming from the cow dung cakes. Pure desi guy, cow dung, you should take and make the cakes and you burn it and cook on that, like Mother Yashoda and all the Vrajavasis they were doing. And with that you burn the milk from the desi cow dung, cow milk in the mud pot with this desi cow dung cakes using that. And malai comes and then make the ghee, make the butter and then feed to the Krishna. This is our culture actually. And that is a very pure actually. The Agni which is coming from the LPG gas just by making the holes to the heart of the Mother Earth. So Mother Earth, she is a mother actually. You are making holes to her heart and sucking out so some gases from that and just catching that and using that and burning. and you are using to cook. So that is contaminated actually. That's why we are fallen such an extent, all 360 degrees we are doing the mistake, doing the sin. We say that 4 regulative principles: no meat eating, no intoxication, no illicit sex, no cheating. That means no sinful activities. But we are fallen. Now the society is dragged to such a extent actually. Everyone is implicated to do this sinful activity. Everyone is involved to be a sinner. In the just last 100 years and 150 years, I think Bhaktivinoda Thakur also didn't see this kind of situation. And you can see the worst stage of the worst situation of the society. Prabhupada also might have seen so much, that means cow dung cakes they are cooking. So that's why he was very much, because he saw the fallen society more than the previous acharyas. That's why he was shouting like anything. He was instructing to keep the cows, to have the farms, to produce the own cow dung cakes, and to set an example to the society and to guide the society. This fallen society has to be guided in the right direction. Srila Prabhupada was very much lamenting for this. So that's why Agni is different from the different. That's why you should not use by burning the bamboos and by burning the plastic. And if you produce the Agni, and if you use for cooking, then that food is also contaminated actually. Truly speaking, the LPG gas food is not so good. That's why we'll be getting a lot of problems, health problems, especially digestion problems. The pure cow dung cakes, and previously they used to use even my mother, even if I go, that means when she was alive, she used to cook with the firewood and also with the cow dung cakes only. Even few years back also, 5-6 years back also. Because every sinful activity is having the consequence. In the Prakriti, if you go against the Prakriti, every activity, every sinful activity is having the consequence. Because now we are using the LPG gas and we don't feel the importance of the cows, and we are becoming the irresponsible and also non-responsive for the butchering the cows. And because of this, the dharma is falling. When the cow was attacked, Parshit Maharaj was immediately, when bull was attacked, he was immediately became very angry and ferocious, that means aggressive towards the Kali. So like that, now we became so much deeply sinful, our hearts became so much full of dirty, we are not understanding how we are involved in the various kinds of the sins. We are also not so sensitive for this. Even we are not ready to discuss also. At least nobody is understanding also. This is really a problem. And why Prabhupada is saying to live this simple life. Anyway, we can do bhakti, so everything will be contamination, everything will be over. No, actually. Then I said, in the just a few minutes back, okay, for the sake of bhakti, we can do anything. In the name of bhakti. There is no line to draw there. So a lot of artificialness will come. So that's why villages has to be protected, village preaching has to be done. Prabhupada said in the last days. So he was thinking he has a car. You can see in my a red car. He wants to go by that car every village, and he wants to organize each and every village by teaching the Krishna consciousness and Dharma. And by teaching the importance of the Dharma, importance of the cows, importance of the culture. And first and foremost, Krishna, the cows, and also Brahmanical culture. All are very important. Then only this earth planet is safe and people can happily practice their sadhana and go back. Otherwise, they are always attacked by so many diseases. So what is the use then? And there is consequences. Will be part of the cumulative reactions. So because of the cumulative sin, they will be getting the cumulative reaction. Very bad reaction. And because of that, heat waves, increasing of the temperature and so many problems. So that's why Vedic culture is very much examined and it is given to us as a manual for us. So that's why Brahma is saying, my dear, you have several forms. Some other form is going to eat that. And on top of this, he is also saying, you are so powerful, any contaminated thing comes, even in other forms also, any contaminated thing comes to you, then by your power, you are going to destroy the contamination. That means if you keep any dirty thing in the fire, that will be clean. And if you use that form of the fire, which is coming, is used to burn the dirtiness, then that Agni Guna is that is a different form of the Agni, lower form of the Agni. That lower form of the Agni, if you use to cook the food which can be offered to the Lord, then that is contaminated. Then you might be thinking, my God, so many things. This is Dharma actually. This is Dharma. What, I should not speak all this? I should not speak? Should speak or not speak? If I don't speak, what Vandita Mataji? I should speak. Why I should not speak actually? At least it is purifying my heart. And I am understanding how much I am fallen. And how much I am implicated in so many sinful activities because of the leading of the demons. Demons are leading the whole society. And they are teaching all the anti-Vedic values. And they are teaching, they are organizing our life according to their whims and wills. According to their mood and according to their desires. And we became the victims in their plan actually. Unknowingly and knowingly we are. So that's why Prabhupada want to create a revolution actually. Prabhupada want to make all this entire society free from the demons by making the new society by the help of the devotees, and they want to lead the society. That is the Prabhupada's desire. And he is unparalleled Acharya actually. In this Kali Yuga, you cannot see Acharya like him. You cannot see the Acharya who has dared to think like this. You cannot see the Acharya who is pointing the every point actually, every aspect of the life he wants to change. And you can see that is the Srila Prabhupada. He's a great Acharya actually. So one Acharya saying like this, you cannot find. So all glories to Srila Prabhupada. And we are fully indebted for him. Just by understanding his desires, itself is the purification for our heart. And if we follow, then that is really you are wonderful. And just if you understand his desire deeply, and if you desire to follow that, that itself is, you may not be followed, but if you desire to follow, that itself is a purification for you. So that is our Acharya. A sincere, as a disciple of Srila Prabhupada, one has to understand how much deeply his mission is designed. He wanted, how much it is deep into the society, how much a revolution he wants to bring. So then after that, Brahmaji is saying, Agnidev, why you are lamenting? If any impure thing comes, then you just by your effulgence, you destroy their impurity with your different forms. And your form for offering the Agni, that means in the Yajna Kunda, the form of the Agni is different. The Agni which is burning the dead bodies is different. So like this, Brahmaji explained to him, Agnidev accepted this proposal and he became happy and he started functioning. And all the devatas also became happy. So they went off to their places. And everyone is happy. And Agnidev didn't give any curse to the Bhrgu. So like this, we have here heard the appearance of Cyavana and Agnidev getting the curse from Bhrigu and sons. Now, Bhrigu gave birth to Cyavana Rsi through Puloma, and Cyavana Rsi got married with the Sukanya, and they produced a child, and his name is Pramati. Cyavana Rishi's son is Pramati. And Pramati is also very effulgent, very powerful. Pramati, in the womb of Grutachi. What is that? Grutachi. Grutachya. She is the Apsarasa actually. In the womb of Apsarasa, Grutachi, Pramati gave birth to Ruru. And Ruru got married to Pramadvara. Pramadvara means the beautiful woman among all the beautiful. That means Miss World. Beautiful woman is known as Pramad. And best one is known as Pramadvara. She's a beautiful woman. So say Ruru's wife is Pramadvara. And they gave birth to Sunaka. And Sunak's son is Saunaka. So Suta Gosvami is saying, Saunaka, like this, you appeared from Sunaka. These are all your forefathers. So then Suta Goswami is saying, now I am going to explain the complete story of Ruru. Ruru's history I will explain to you in detail. Some interesting thing is there. So once upon a time, there was one Maharshi. His name is Stolakesh. There was one Maharshi, his name is Tolakesh, and he is a very good person. And he is well-wisher of all the living entities. He has very soft heart. And one time what happened? Gandharva king, Vishwavasu, they are also Gandharvas, Devatas, the Gandharvas. Vishwavasu in the womb of Menaka produced one girl. Gandharvas and Apsarasas. Menaka is Apsaras. And she gave birth to through Vishwavasu to a baby girl. And this Apsarasa, after giving birth to that baby girl, she just left her on the bank of a river and she went off. Because Apsarasas means they are club dancers. So for the demigods, there are the dancers. And they have no responsibility of growing up the children. In the demigod, in the Swargaloka, so birth also just immediately, there is no 9 months carrying, no, Sadhyo Garbha, immediately. So they will be giving the birth to the child. So that's why there is no pain, nothing. Like how we see in the Prithvi, Karma Bhumi. But here in this case of Menaka, but because of the Gandharva, she is associating with the Gandharva, like how Menaka and Vishwamitra, they gave birth to the Sakuntala. Yes. Similarly here, Menaka, same Menaka, gave birth to Vishwavasu to a child. And she left. Like there also she left and went off. And Vishwamitra also, they had the relationship, bodily relationship, and after that they had a children and they just left in the forest and they go out. Because in the Swarga, carrying children, small baby and growing, nothing will be there. So, but she came to the earthly planets, that's why it happened. Giving birth to a small child. And here, in the earth planet, they has to grow it. But in the Swarga, it's not like that. But she doesn't have any habit of growing the children. So that's why she left there and she doesn't have any motherly feeling also. Any mother, can they leave? How Kunti Maharani was crying to leave the Karna. Like anything, she was crying actually. Because mother was having a lot of attachment for the baby, because even in the animals also, even when the cow give birth to a calf, she will be licking the entire body and cleaning that entire body of that. She never feel any dirtiness, even mother also. The baby is going to the stool, pass the urine, and so a lot of body is contaminated, but still she will immediately grabbing and holding to her heart. That is the nature. That's the mother nature. One has to see this motherly nature in every woman. Then only he will be in the mode of goodness. If one doesn't know value of the woman, and he will be seeing just as a lusty object. But one has to see how she is giving the birth to a child and how she is caring and how she is helping. One to grow, he is the cause, he himself to grow like that, to become a young man, and now his senses are all powerful. Because who is the cause? And mother is God. And that mother he gave birth and she. And people are, how they are thinking nowadays actually. How the society is falling. How that is worst actually. Just going to the extreme end, because they are not Matruvat Paradharish. Mother means what? You have to see all this. her affection and her pain and her sacrifice. She was not sleeping at all, whole night and whole day, and keep on taking care of the small baby for many years, not 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. Because after the 2, 3 years, then he'll become very naughty. He's going here, there, and what may happen? He may just grab something and something fall on him and some damage may happen. She's always, all her consciousness is on the baby age. She's always taking so much pain to grow a child. And she's preparing, and she's feeding, cleaning, and sacrificing the day and night, observing. And one is not able to respect that mother. And not only she is mother for everyone. Because that nature is there everywhere, in every woman, that nature is there. In every woman, that nature is there. So that's why everyone has to see that nature of the woman. Then that will purify the heart, actually. That's why saying Mataji is not just by the lip service. Our devotee community also, they do the lip service of Mataji, Mataji. No. And they say Mataji, then after that they have illegal, illicit affairs. This is the most fallen situation, actually. You are saying one side Mataji and you are saying another side having the illicit relationship. This is the most, that means nasty behavior of the society. And that should not be expected in the community of the devotees. It is impossible to imagine us. It should not be done. If the people who has to protect the dharma and culture, if they themselves are becoming the destroyers of that, then who is going to save this society? So that is the meaning of the calling Mataji. And this Menaka very mercilessly just left that baby and she went off to the Swarga to enjoy. Nowadays, because of the falling of the culture, these innocent women, they are trapped by these cheaters, they are jackals actually. They trap the woman and then they use and they enjoy their body, and then after that, they are causing for the producing the children. And those children are just thrown away in the society. And she was just afraid of that baby, and she is also. Because without support of the man, how she can survive, how she can grow up? That baby. Because woman is very innocent. And they are trapped by the jackals like men. And they are so cheating them. And that's why unwanted progeny is coming. So that's why woman has to be protected. Has to be protected properly, actually. And they has to take up their role. And by some kind of exploiters, they encourage that women and men are equal, and you can also come out and you can also work with them and we can enjoy you. That is their bad will, actually, behind their hearts. It's not the really success, and it actually they want to exploit. Srila Prabhupada says again and again this. This is exploitation, actually. Woman has to be respected as a mother. That is the highest respect for her. So then she left on that bank of the river. So this Tolakesh, one day, on that day he was going on the bank of that river, and he is very compassionate for all the living entities. By seeing a small baby, and she is very effulgent, and she is very beautiful, and such a small baby is lying on the bank of that river. And seeing that her pity condition, this Stulakesh, his heart melted and he brought her to his ashram. Then after that, he started serving like her. In the case of Shakuntala, that Muni, what is that name? Oh, forgot. So he was taking care the same way, you can see. And she's growing day by day. And in that ashram, because the Rishi's ashram is the most safest place. Even in the case of the Kaya Hiranyakashipu's wife, she was living in the ashram of Narada. Because Rishis and Maharshis, you don't see they are doing any illicit activity with the woman. They are fully in their sense control. Ashrams are like that. Our ashrams should be like that. Our temple, Kanva yes. So our temples are ashrams. That should be the most safest place, but the now, so you can understand how the standards are falling down, how the temples and the congregation, women Matajis are coming and serving in the temples, and how what is happening actually. You can see this. This is very, very bad actually. Rishis, so place is the safest place. Similarly, temples should be the most safest places for the Matajis. They should not be disrespected, they should not be misguided, they should not be misused. He did all the samskaras for her, whatever samskaras should be done for a baby girl, he did. And that girl is very intelligent, very beautiful, and having all the good qualities. And she grew up very beautiful. And that's why she is the most beautiful girl among all the beautiful girls. She is the best among all the beautiful girls. That's why best means Vara. Beautiful girls means Pramat. So best among the beautiful girls, that means Pramadvara. Her name became Pramadvara. Previously names were given like that. So one time, our Ruru, so Pramati's son Ruru, Pramati is the son of Cyavana. Cyavana is son of Bhrgu. Bhrgu is son of Brahma. Okay, remember that. So Pramati's son Ruru came to that ashram and he saw that girl. Then after that, after seeing her, he became very desirous to have. Yes, he wants to marry, not the like demon. Then through his friends, so he expressed his desire and his friends told to his father, Pramati, that Ruru is liking Pramadvara. He wants to marry Pramadvara. So, by this, Pramati understood, okay, my son wants to get married with this girl. So, okay, no problem. So then he approached Stolakesh. And he asked Stolakesh, can you give this girl to my son? Can you donate? Kanyadanam. So that means Stulakesh grew up her. The one who is growing up, he is also father only. So because of this, and he is now donating, he is getting a lot of sukriti. It's a pious activity. Giving a girl in the donation to some birthful boy is a great pious activity. So he gave, and that means Stolakesh said that yes, I will give. That means commitments happened, discussion over, and they committed for each other. Yes, and they fixed the date for the marriage also. Vivaham sthapayitvagre nakshatre bhagadaivati. So they fixed the date for the marriage. Meanwhile, what happened? That means just about to come that date for marriage. That means they decided, Ruru decided that she will be his wife. And she also thought that he is her husband. They have deep attachment. One day what happened? Pramadvara went to play with her friends. To some place she went, to the forest. In that forest, one big snake, poisonous snake. And it is just, she was lying, the snake was lying on that road where the people walk. And Pramadvara couldn't recognize that because of her fate. Her time came already. If death comes, oh, I couldn't have done like this. So this accident happened. But most of times you think. But you don't know. Once your death comes, so just 1 minute I could have speak with him. He couldn't have get this accident with this lorry. Like that we think. Accident, he met with the accident. I could have just asked him to wait for another 5 minutes. I could have saved him. Like that we say so many times. But when time comes, nobody can stop. So when our time comes, how to leave? So her time came actually. Now her lifespan is over. So every time everyone see, but she was not able to recognize the snake and she put a feet on that. Then what happened? The snake immediately became angry and it's inspired by the time. Mrityu Devata. Mrityu Devata inspired that snake to bite. Because many times, even few days back also, I put my feet on very poisonous snake. It's a Russell viper. If it bites, then hemotoxic. That means all your hemoglobin will be clotted. That's all. And finish. Within hours, you'll be out. Before reaching the few minutes, you'll be out. But your time, my time did come. And it ran and it got scared and he ran away, actually. Instead of biting, and it ran away, actually. Because whenever your time comes, you cannot escape, actually. Other people may think, it could have happened like that, that could have happened like that, this could have been done, that could have been done, what could have been done. So we are nothing in this loss, this Prakriti is very powerful actually. It's full of laws, very stringent laws are there in this nature. And all your karma is every minute is calculated actually. All your activities are calculated and all your lifespan is decided based upon that in this body. And very, very subtle and stringent laws are functioning on each and every entity, living entity. And we cannot escape from this. Time comes, even a small ant bites and will die. That can also happen. Yeah, ant may enter into your ears and then after that it may go inside, it may go and somewhere else it may cause for your death. Anything can happen. By ant bite also you may die. So that's why one should not do the bad karma. Because it is going to reduce our lifespan. One should be careful about his karma. One should take the shelter of Krishna. We don't know how many life breaths are remaining for us. We don't know how many hours only just are remaining. Who knows? Okay. So that's why one should be always so careful about this situation. We are like just a bubble on the water. And Pramadvara, just that snake is inspired by the Mrityu Devata. Otherwise, why not that snake? Every time all the snakes are biting, even if you put a feet on that. Everyone is not biting. Why that bite now? Because there is no mistake from the snake. We will be getting the same story in the future. Snake says, every day I am just going here and there and I am walking in the same compound and I didn't bite on that day before any time. Just no one I bite. Why I bite, you know? Because I am not in my control. I am inspired by the Mrityu Devata. And that Brahmana goes, it's another story I am saying. And that small Brahmana boy was killed by a snake and he is asking that snake. That worried father, Brahmana, asked, why snake you bite? I am living in your compound only every day. I didn't bite another day. So why I bite today only? You should think for that. And the snake says, so I am inspired by the Mrityu Devata. There is no mistake from my side. And you go and ask Mrityu Devata. And he goes and asks Mrityu Devata, why you have biting? Why you are inspired? Then she says, I am all the time is roaming in this whole universe. I didn't inspire any before. This just now only I did. Why? I am inspired by the Kala Devata. You will go and ask the Kala. Then he went to the Kala Devata. And why you inspired this Mrityu Devata to fight him? I am all the time 365 days. I am all pervasive. And why I only committed? Why now only I inspired this Mrityu Devata? Because your son's karma is over. To be in this body. Then what can I do? You go and ask your son only. Why he did this karma? And you have only that much karma so that you can have child for this many days. That is ultimately your karma is only the cause, my dear. We are just nimittas. But real cause is your karma. So that's why everyone is going to cut the fruits of their karma only, nothing else. Whatever the seed we put, that fruit only we get. Whatever the karma we do, that only we get as a fruit. If you do bad karma, you will get the bad results. If you do good karma, you will be getting the good results. So nobody is interchanging your fruits. You are getting your fruits only. Nobody is stealing and nobody is giving. But Krishna can destroy all your karma. And he can create or he can destroy also your karma. is that on top of your karma and on the top of the kala also. Then you surrender to him if you are intelligent. That's good. He's all powerful man. So then the snake has bitten her, and immediately it's a very poisonous snake with their sharp teeth. Snake is having the sharp teeth this side and this side like this. And with the teeth, when it has bitten her, her beautiful body immediately became changed the color. That's a golden color became like a bluish, and after that became black. She lost her beauty, and all her jewelry just became here and there, and her charming face lost the charmingness. So her hair was just open and lying like that. And previously was so beautiful, now she became unconscious and just falling on that ground. It's almost all she dead actually. After that, she also left her life hair, and she life hair went off from that body. Yamaraj has taken back to give the judgment. She's lying. She dead body is lying there. Once if you die, all the beauty, everything goes out. Till the time the soul is there in this body, then you can see the charmingness in the face. When there is no soul, then Murtasari, Murda is like very fearful. You cannot see also. So all the father and also relatives and other mates, everyone came. And also great sages like Kushika, Shankamekhala, Uddalaka, Kata, Shweta, Bharadwaja, Kaunakutsya, Ashteshna, Gautama, Ruru and his father Pramati also came there. And all are just when the dead person, dead body, they will be sitting near to the dead body and just they are relieving their pain actually, releasing their pain. So they sorrow. So they are all very much so sorrowful towards her death. Young girl, within few days there was a marriage. There will be marriage, but she left her body. And what about our Ruru, our hero? Our hero was completely, his heart is broken, Ruru's heart. Oh my God, my beautiful upcoming fiancé. What do you say, fiancé? My fiancé left before marriage itself. So he was started crying. He immediately left that place and he was not able to see her dead body. And remaining all are there. And he started crying, crying, crying. And all the four directions, other sages are sitting and they are expressing their shoka. And then this Ruru, again and again thinking her, and he is keep on shouting, "She is my wife. She is so beautiful. I lost my wife." And by seeing the Ruru also, others also, they are lamenting so much. And then Ruru started saying, if I could have done austerities from my childhood, and if that is the truth, and this girl has to get life her back. And if I could have followed Brahmacharya Vrata and I am controlled from my childhood, my mind and my senses are controlled and I followed strict Brahmacharya Vrata, if that is the truth, then this girl has to get birth now, get life now. And like that, he is shouting like so many ways, having the deep love to her. And also he is saying, Jagadishwar, Krishne Vishnu Hrishikeshe Lokesho Suravidvishi Yedi me Nischala Bhaktir Mama Jivatu Sapriya. If that means having unflinching devotional service in Krishna, Krishne Vishnu Hrishikeshe. If having been unflinching devotional service in Krishna is true, if that is true, then this girl should get life back. That means he is a devotee. You should understand Ruru is also a great devotee. And he is shouting like that. Then after that, one Devata, one Devaduta, that means one messenger of the Devatas, she appeared there. And she said, Are band karo bhai. Kya bol rahe tu? Paga. What a madman, what you are saying. Her life is over. And she has only karma that much. What do you think? I am brahmachari, if that is true. My bhakti is true. What is this nonsense you are speaking? Now time is over for her. Your bhakti is true, your brahmachari vrata is true, everything is true. But she will never get back her life. That is also true. And he scolded actually too. Because this young boy is excited because of his love towards her. And you cannot see so life back in her. It's not possible. And she was a son of she was daughter of a Gandharva and Apsarasa, Menaka, and Vishwasu. And she has very less lifespan and she left her body. In this earth, she has very less time. Then after the Guru is saying, Devata is saying, there is one solution for this. Because you are so much lamenting for him, for her, there is special, it's not in the general case, there is a special case this is. Very special case this is. So that's the solution they are giving. Devatas are adjusting something else. All these Devatas are also very much worried for the Ruru's lamentation. And they gave one solution to him. Then Ruru is asking, what is that solution? Tell me. If she is going to get life back, so I am ready to do that. Follow that solution. Tell me. Definitely I will do that. Tell me. Then Devata said that, Bhrigu Ruru. So she left already her body. You have to, and you are assuming she as your wife. And if you give half of your life to her, half of your lifespan to her, then she will be getting back her life. This is adjusting the karma with another. This is not a general, because Mahabharata discuss all the general rules and also special rules. This is a special adjustment done by Devatas. It's not the ordinary thing actually. So that's why you cannot make whatever you hear in the Mahabharata as a general thing and you can apply for yourself also. No. But tomorrow you are going to say, I am going to, my wife left her body, so I am going to give a lifespan. How fun, why it is not happening? It will not happen, Baba. So this is a special case. There are the apavadas also there. There are the so many. That's it. Some Vidhi Sutras are there. Vidhi Niyamas. Vidhis you can learn. There is a Niyamas. There are apavadas. There are the Paribhasha. Like that, various rules are there. Rules are very different types. So then after that, all they went to the Yamaraj and they asked to give back her life. Then she got back her life. Then what happened next? Then after that they got married. And they are, that means, I mean, of course, Ruru is having a big lifespan, very huge lifespan, and half giving is nothing. It's no problem for him. Luckily, he was having, and they got all the elders, they made their marriage and they were happy. So tomorrow we'll discuss later. Remaining. Any questions? Strength is reduced a lot. Changing what we can do. It's 1 second, Mother. Subtraction, what we do. This myself. One second, I will take questions. How do we have so for that? Okay, RP. Hare Krishna Mother. Yes, please. Yes, Mother.
Asked in the class, should I discuss all these things or not? Whatever dharmas and different things which are mentioned in Mahabharata, whether we are able to follow or not, at least we should discuss, right? Isn't that what
Yes,
you
yes.
said?
Yes.
One thing that came to my mind is sometimes when you have so many uh, things that you have to do and you don't have to do, is that not is it not a what's the word, uh, is it not like a downside, uh, that you will lose your goal right? Yena kena prakarena mana krishna niveshaye sarva vidhi nishedasya etayor eva kinkara. That means all rules and regulations are meant to fix the mind on the lotus feet of Krishna. So, is there a risk of losing the goal when we become more concerned about, all these various rules and dharmas? It's just a question. I'm just wondering.
Okay, very good. I hope everyone understood Mataji's question. So, same thing I use. Yenakena prakare. You all know what is this? They can't even chant 16 words. The rascals are going to be Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. No. If they at least will chant, take some percent. Like Yenakena prakare. Prabhupada saying, chanting will go on. That is not stopped. But at the same time, the Varnashram Dharma must be established to make the way easy. Chanting will be going on all the time. Okay. Prabhupada, what he's saying? Did he ask to stop the chanting with your mouth? If you have any kind of prakarana, why don't we chant? All the time you chant? But that is not stopped. But at the same time, the Varnashram Dharma must be established to make easy. So it will clean the mind. Chanting will not stop. So therefore, the chanting was introduced to replace all the systems of Varnashram Dharma. Yes, it can replace, but who is going to replace? The people are not so advanced. If you imitate Haridas Thakur to chant, it is not possible. So that's Prabhupada is saying, Thaka Apnar Kaje Bhakti-Ram. Apnar Kaj. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recommends Sthan is the. They don't remind the Sthan and the Sahaja chanting. So trying to understand what Prabhupada is saying, try to understand from the Prabhupada's view. He is asking you to stop the chanting. Anyone is asking, if anyone thinks that chanting can be stopped or my devotion can be stopped by following this, then they are not really understood what is devotion.
Sometimes when there are a lot of rituals, which is still dharma, and we follow the dharma which is simplified, isn't it? That was my
Who is
point.
it? So already we discussed. Whatever is the dharma is not against the pure devotional service, we accept it. We are not going to do the rituals to do worship the demigods. But we also should live like a father and mother. No? Vaishnavas, they don't live like a father and mother. They don't get married. For these things, they should, what the principle they should follow. Okay, my pure devotion is not increasing this with this wife, and I will change and I will take new wife. This is a simplification. Enakena prakarena bhakti. So that's why who are saying to follow the rituals? Who are saying we are promoting the principles against the Bhagavad Gita? We are not promoting. Varnashram dharma is against the bhakti. No. Varnashram dharma is meant for the haritosha. Atah kumbir vishteshta varnashram. Svarishchitasya dharmasya samsiddhi haritosha. For the pleasure of the Hari. People misunderstood and they are doing the demigod worship and they are having the half intelligence, less abilities. We are not asking one to become a demigod worshipper or do the rituals for the demigods. So that's why, what is the point here? How to accept dharma. But that dharma is very much important to not to bring the artificialness in our devotion initially. That's a proper point. We should always focus on the pure devotion, aspire for that. But this following dharma will keep us in the mode of goodness. And if one say try to someone say that I will replace Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I will follow, I will imitate Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I will follow the Haridas Thakur, then follow. Prabhupada said what nonsense, they cannot chant 16 rounds also. I am saying, Prabhupada is saying, when he is saying 50 years back, he's saying, if you calculate, I don't know the exact source, but somehow or other I heard more than 60 to 80, 70% initial devotees, they are not chanting 16 rounds. What do you expect actually? And Prabhupada is saying 50 years back. Do you think the standards are increased from that time to this time? Do you think devotional standards increased? You can go and ask the seniors. They will say how the devotional standards are increased or decreased. The dedication increased or decreased? The sincerity increased or decreased?
Deity worship seems to have improved.
Huh?
Deity worship standards seem to have increased.
What increased? That's the quality of the sincerity and increase of the number of temples. I am not asking that. The standard of the devotion. Devotion means not some external things. Sincerity, dedication is increased. So Prabhupada is saying 50 years back, then he is asking to follow Varnashram Dharma, to teach the Varnashram Dharma. What is that Varnashram? Enakena prakarena, whatever you manufacture, that is Varnashram Dharma.
No.
So that's why. If we go through this literature, so now in the example in our classes, we are discussing how a teacher should be, how guru, how disciple, how mother, father, parents, what are the basic standards. by knowing all this, what it is making actually? It's making our heart actually clean. One will be lamenting on, oh, I'm not able to, this is not right. It's increasing the softness of the heart. Otherwise, they are very blind and they are causing for the knowingly or unknowingly for the pain of the so many living entities. If you don't have such a feel for them, what is Vaishnavism actually? What is the resultant of the Vaishnavism? If one really become a Vaishnava, then how his heart will? So the main point is, yes. Prabhupada is saying artificially it's not possible. I will do 24 hours devotion. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying in the 21st chapter of the 11th canto, the second sloka. It's very pleasing to hear the pure devotion service, but unqualified people assuming that themselves as the pure devotion, if they leave their dharma, they are becoming the Jagat Vanchakas. That's why they are becoming the illicit sex they are doing, and they are doing child abuse. They are creating, they are stealing the money, and they are creating the nonsense. It's a Jagat Vanchaka. Acharya is saying, Srila Vishwanath. Okay. Srisailam Prabhu.
హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభుజీ, ధన్యవాదాలు బాబు. ప్రభుజీ, భగవద్గీత అంటే కృష్ణుడు అర్జునుడు చెప్పినారు కదా, అట్లనే భాగవతం అంటే కృష్ణ పాస్ట్ టైమ్స్, కృష్ణ డివోరీ పాస్ట్ టైమ్స్. మహాభారతం అంటే జస్ట్ కురుక్షేత్ర వార్ కదా ప్రభు. ఇంక ఎంత ఇప్పుడు 3 hours భృగు డైనాస్టీ అంతా చెప్తున్నారు కదా, ఇదంతా పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద మహాభారతం ప్రభుజీ.
మహాభారతంలో సూత గోస్వామి ఇంకా మెయిన్ స్టోరీకి రాలా. సౌనక ఋషి ముందర కూర్చున్నాడు కాబట్టి సరే మీ డైనాస్టీ గురించి చెబుతా అని చెప్పి చూద్దాం. ఆయనకి ఎన్నో పురాణాలు అన్ని తెలుసు కాబట్టి, సో ఇప్పుడు మీరు కూర్చున్నారుగా, మీ ఎదురుగుండా మీ తాతల ముత్తాతల గురించి చెబుతా ఉంటే ఎలా ఉంటుంది? మీకు కూడా కొంచెం థ్రిల్లింగ్ ఉంటుంది.
చాలా చాలా ఇది చాలా అంటే చాలా ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ ఉంది ప్రభు. ఎందుకంటే ఇది ఎవరు చెప్పని కార్నర్, ఎవరికి ఎలా వచ్చింది అనేది డైనాస్టీ బాగా చెప్తున్నారు ప్రభుజీ. అయితే నాకు అనిపించింది మహాభారతం అంటే కురుక్షేత్ర వార అనుకున్నాను ప్రభుజీ, అందుకే ఆ డౌట్ క్లారిఫై.
మెయిన్ స్టోరీ అది అంటే సంభవ పర్వం. ఇవన్నీ కూడా మీకు ఉపయోగపడతాయి మహాభారతం.
భృగు మహర్షి ఎలా వచ్చారు, చవ్వేన ఎలా వచ్చారు అన్ని బాగా ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ ఉన్నది. కానీ అట్ ద సేమ్ టైం సస్పెన్స్ వచ్చింది అన్నమాట, అనుకుని అడిగాను బాబు. థ్యాంక్ యూ. హరే కృష్ణ బాబు.
కనీసం instead of seeing the outside movies, so outside entertainment, at least people they hear Mahabharata, at least they come to the mode of books. Is the least expectation actually.
ఇది ఎక్కడ ఎవరు చెప్పలేదు ప్రభుజీ డైనాస్టీ గురించి. ఇట్లా ఏదో చిన్న ఏదో 2 ముక్కలు చెప్తారు కానీ క్లియర్ గా భృగు ఎలా వచ్చారు, పులస్త్య ఎలా వచ్చారు, మళ్ళా చవ్వేన ఎలా వచ్చారు, చవ్వన్ స్టోరీ, తర్వాత ఇంకా చెప్పాము. మీ పేరు గుర్తుపెట్టలేకపోయాము. మీరు వైట్ బోర్డ్ మీద రాస్తారు, వైట్ బోర్డ్ మీద కాదు ప్రభుజీ, మీరు వైట్ బోర్డ్ మీద రాస్తారు కదా గీతా సారార్థ లేఖలాగా, ఇక్కడ కూడా
మహాభారతం ప్రతిజ్ఞ చేశారు ఏం బోర్డు మీద రాయకూడదు.
కాదు బాబు, భృగు భార్య పేరు, వాళ్ళకి వచ్చిన పుత్రుడు, మళ్ళీ వాళ్ళ పుత్రుడు అని ఇట్లా చెప్పారు కదా. అది మళ్ళీ ఇవి నోట్ చేసుకోవాలంటే మీ అంతా మళ్ళీ వింటూ రావాల్సిందే ప్రభుజీ. వీలైతే చూడండి ప్రభుజీ, వైట్ బోర్డ్ మీద డైనాస్టీ ఎలా వచ్చిందో ఒకటి. చాలా సంతోషం మాకు ఫ్యూచర్ గా మేము మళ్ళీ ఎవరికైనా చెప్తానికి మాకు కూడా సంతోషం ఉంటది. థ్యాంక్ యూ ప్రభుజీ. హరే కృష్ణ. ధన్యవాదాలు ప్రభుజీ. ప్రభుజీ ఎలా ఉంది ప్రభుజీ, మీ హెల్త్ ఎలా ఉంది ప్రభుజీ? హరే కృష్ణ. థ్యాంక్ యూ ప్రభుజీ. ధన్యవాదాలు ప్రభుజీ. హరే కృష్ణ.
మణి గంగే
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, प्रणाम। हम आपसे थोड़ा सा ये प्रभु जी, आप ये सेशन हिंदी में क्यों नहीं ले रहे? इतना अच्छा सब्जेक्ट महाभारत है और हमको इंग्लिश बहुत अच्छे समझ में नहीं आती, और अभी हमने आपका भक्ति प्रकार किया था, तो आप तो हिंदी बहुत अच्छी बोलते हैं। और फिर एक बात ये भी है कि आप देव वर्णाश्रम को बहुत अच्छा फॉलो कर रहे हैं, ग्रामीण कल्चर भी आपको बहुत पसंद है। तो हिंदी तो प्रभु जी मातृभाषा है, तो आप उसमें क्यों नहीं टेंशन लेते?
वो तो नेक्स्ट है ना, मतलब लोग ज्यादा, many students are English students ना, audience are more compared to Hindi, so many knows English, and also our target audience also Westerns also important. हिंदी वाले को सबको तो पता ही है इसका। ऐसे ही that's why one thing is any one language we should do definitely. What is the most number of audience you can get is most important. English if you do, then it will be reference for the many people. Then if we get time, then we can do in English. Also we should do in Telugu. Like this. I do most of the courses English, Hindi, also sometimes Telugu. So based upon time. Okay, we'll see. Okay, anything else?
Prabhuji, one Mataji is asking a question. She wants me to read it out to you. Can I read it?
Achha. Who is asking question?
Madhri Devi Dasi.
Achha, yes, brother.
I'll just read it. She's saying, Hare Krishna Prabhuji Panchang Pranam. My question is from previous session, that as Draupadi Mataji was Agni, Suta, Yagyasen, she can destroy Kauravas just by her one glance. Then why she did not use that power or beg the help from all Bhishma Pita, Dronacharya, her husbands? Then
I told her
last,
this. I will. Yeah. I told that. Okay. Please continue with the question that you got asked.
that's all. Why she called Krishna last?
Actually, I told this. I am going to explain in the Sabhapa. It's a lot of so many intricacies are there. It's a very subtle discussion. So it's a big, and also I need to. I remember some extent, but sharply it should has to be deal with full preparation. That's why I'm not going to take up this. Many angles has to be touched here. Dharma, bhakti, and also various roles, husband, wife, many angles. It's discussed actually. No? It will be coming in the future. I'm not taking up notes. I told in that class itself also, when I myself told. So I'm not going to deal why she didn't burn by her eyes. Actually, she could have done because of that fear only. So the Dhritarashtra immediately asked him what the boon you want. He offered a boon. Okay, I'll see later. Any questions? All sages names at the end of the story. Hare Krishna, how to refine? So yeah, we should not think that that's why now at least we are thinking, this is wrong. And we should not continue that anything, whatever sin I do, so Krishna will be purified. And whatever sins I do, anyway, bhakti will purify. This is also not right mentality. That's why Prabhupada gave solution 50 years back to get prepare yourself to be out from this society. This demonic society. He always says it's a demonic society. Demons. And you have to create your own society. You have to create your own communities. Since we didn't create the communities, so that's why. So we have to take them. So all this kind of, that means unresolved situations. It's difficult now to become resolved. The solution is community building. For that, we should be trained in the culture. So that's why now what you have to think, my dear Lord, it's wrong. I'm helpless. I'm a useless fellow. I didn't follow my Acharya's words. And you please engage me whenever that opportunity comes. I'm ready to accept that. So at least you start preparing your heart for that. So that means to come out from this kind of situations. And if there is a good chance, you are ready to take the little pain and sacrifice of your enjoyment. And I'm going to take this such a simple lifestyle. And I'm really eagerly waiting for that. You please arrange such a situation and please deliver me from this all kind of sins. Like that you beg. And I'm not enjoying with this kind of facilities. I'm not enjoying with this kind of things. And that is not at all my intention. But I want to come out. But without your help, I cannot come out. And without mercy of your pure devotees. And but whenever that opportunity comes, I will never lose it. And this is my promise to you. Like that you beg. Okay? This you know. At least you people should prepare the mind. So then otherwise revolution will not come. Otherwise Prabhupada desire. And Prabhupada desire for what? For his enjoyment, for his desiring. No, for the foreign society only is desire. That's why how to have this project, this mission. This is a preparation time. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Any questions? Vancha kalpatam cha kripasim Vaishnavi Anantapur. I got very